Hello boys, welcome back to my bonus episodes of my blind playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch with the Japanese voices enabled. The last video we left off doing some more gem grinding, and now we're headed on to the next part. Anyway, so I just want to show that, I actually did change setup. I'm not using the default setup. I have Golden Heart on the... I found out that Leopard Artist can actually use that buff, and it really helps the recharge effect. Anyway, I don't want to show too much extra grinding, so again, we're probably going to stick with what we've been doing too, but, before we actually start, let's actually go to this Caves Fane. Wait, actually, I've already done this one, I know that much. But we will at least pop into somewhere. Actually, this is the wrong spot. I forgot there's like hardly any camps in the Caves Castle region at all. It's so dumb. I wish they had more. I feel like that would improve the aim a little bit. Like, right down here is the only good camp spot. It's not really the best. Anyway, and the reason why I'm mentioning that now is because, well, in the last video we left off, we basically showed all the diamonds for the last, the rank 10 gems here, which was refined incantation. So now, we're moving to... Oh, actually, we hit it too soon. Never mind. We have Life Bear. I thought I was on the right one, but it turns out I'm on a different one. So this is the next one we're going to be doing, and this does have a couple of monsters we've seen a bit of, but we haven't farmed a lot yet. So, we're gonna pin this items and then go in. Anyways, we'll see that the first unique monster... So, annoyingly enough, there's not really a good spot to farm from these at all, so to make this go a bit faster, I'm gonna show two different spots that I personally used, well, at least when I was doing mid-grinding, to make it a bit easier. But before we do that, we need to, of course, set a regular point, so we don't have to pop back every 15 minutes. So, I think I'm going to set this for Honest Hulk as the point, since there's so many other stuff now. There is a couple of different strategies you can do. You can do the down level everyone strategy with the setup. So, or you could do an alternative. And to help show that, I'm actually going to show the strat on how this is done. But, with down leveling a party... and then go to other stunts. There's also a bunch of other things to kill here. Like, this whole place is really good. Like, if you were going for purple materials in a rare game, you can just get a lot of that just farming this area. There's a lot of enemies here. So, if you're going to do this the quick way, then probably the best way to do it is to just manually play as Uni and use a very quick move or something like fast and doesn't have a lot of impact. Like, I think Hammerhead. Yeah, Hammerhead is decently fast. But yeah, you can just go around here and just kill all of the enemies here. You don't have to do much. If you've not killed the unique yet, you can kill that as well. So I'll actually just show it off as if here's where I am. But other than that, you just go around one-shotting all of the enemies. The drop rate is quite terrible though. The thing is, you can make it up by just killing every single Flamii in the area, which there are a lot. So by the time you finish this loop, you should hopefully get at least a couple of purples, maybe more if you're lucky. I don't really think Yuni has a fast start, actually. Yeah, okay, Swims and Lance is fast enough. We'll use that instead. We might actually be able to topple one at least once. Unless Tyon is an idiot. I don't know what happened with that. Okay. That's okay, that kind of annoyed me with that performance. Hit that. Tyon is gonna be a playable character once again. This is the other strategy. This is the strat you would do if you straight up do not have a way of, maybe you did miss. I never noticed. This is the other way you can farm the Crabble that I never really mentioned because of other stuff. You can just kill this monster, break it once, and then do other stuff. Otherwise, though, just kill as many stuff as you can, and you're done. Just reload and dash a battle. However, the drop rate for this is quite terrible, so it'll take a very long time if you do it this way, but that's a thing you could do. Alright, now let's show what the loop will look like if you were under-leveling the characters. Keep in mind, you still want to keep them fairly balanced, but I do want to at least have longer battles too, so assuming you were doing that, let's show this loop one more time, but with the down level set up on everyone. Well, actually, nah, there wouldn't be a big deal. Honestly, this would just allow you to daze and burst. You probably have already seen it, but yeah, I kind of lied. I'm not gonna down level my whole party. I was going to originally. I was like, honestly, the drop rate is so terrible, it's probably not actually worth down leveling your party. Instead, it's better to straight up just kill everything instead. Okay, there's our first large Flamii egg. Oh yeah, you could also use Infernal Dance to kill multiple of them, so you could speed it up a little bit by killing other stuff. Ooh, we're getting a little bit lucky than I thought. So, alright, I think I actually have a better, yeah, I feel like this is actually how you speed farm this. So, because of how awkward this effect is, and how low the grinding is, probably the best way to do this first strategy would involve just going around and instantly killing the enemies. You could use pretty much any class for this, but I'm using Lance just because you can do other stuff. Also, if you really wanted to, you can also do the same thing to the Crabbles, since there are 3 and or 6 Crabbles here as well, and given you need their materials for later, you may as well kill them while you're here. Ultimately though, just Ems and Lance everything down. If the enemies are close enough, you can use Infernal Dance instead, which will kill 2 of them at once, sometimes even 3 if you get lucky. I only got 1 that time. It's pretty quick, as you can see. You only trigger the battle for like a brief minute. Doesn't really take that long to do. Again, you do have those monsters you can kill, and then by the end you just target a monster, get out over A. This won't always give you the best materials, but you'll be getting so much more materials than just killing the unique monster over and over again, and it also doesn't really have the best drop rate anyway. That'll be good. In this case, what you're actually looking for at this point will be lucky monster drops, though even then you only get yellows half of the time. Because that removes the common drop, so you have a slightly better odds of getting purple, but other than that, not a lot changes. Just like for a pure boy, you can also got some yellows in there. Just see, like right there are two lucky monsters. That was weird. I think that was the game this time, not my other fan. That was weird. But yeah, you basically just do this loop for a few minutes. But obviously that's not the best way to farm, so I'm gonna show you a couple of other spots I farmed. So, back when I was farming off screen in the Taos region, I found another good spot where you can get Taos mobs as well. Closest spot I found was just outside of Lambda. If you take this spot in particular over here, and then walk out the right side area, I saw tons of Flamis over the north area. These do take slightly longer to kill, but there's almost just as much of them as there are in this region, and on top of it, they're higher level, which means they might be much better drop rate for the purples than any other monster. So yeah, I just go outside here, and bam! Immediately, we have 2 or 3 families right here we can already kill. And given they are level 20 or higher, they have a much higher chance to drop purples, so... See, like, already within killing 2 monsters, we've already killed 2 other stuff. The only annoying thing is sometimes you might fight an enemy for a bit longer than a second, but that doesn't really waste that much time. From here, I'm just gonna do a full loop around the area and show you which route I take. What? A level 27 can Evan can just dodge my attack, or my attack can just miss a level 27 monster? That does not make sense at all. This is a slightly stronger monster, by the way, so I think you have to use a turtle dance on them if you want to one-shot them without damage buffs. There's also one elite family, which you don't get on the second route. This route, you do get an elite family, so... still gonna probably die long before we get it. Still though, a few more enemies. A little bit longer walk between enemies, but to balance this out, the monsters are significantly higher level than their previous counterparts. It's still nowhere near as high as I want to, but I found just grinding these enemies were actually not that bad. In fact, if you go in early enough at level 27, you combine this with a little bit of CP grinding. But yeah, there's a lot of this area to explore. Obviously, it takes longer to explore all of it, but as you can see, there's tons of Flamis here, and there's also other random monsters you can kill too. Like, if you really wanted to, you could also kill geodes as well as other enemies. That's the first time I didn't instantly kill them, so we need a crit, unfortunately, to kill both of them. It's still quick enough, though, that it's worth doing. Might end up taking this for yields if it gets in the way. We don't need yields materials, but we could do it. But overall, like, just going for this little loop, it doesn't take that long to complete, and there are tons of slightly higher level Flamis here that you get a lot more area coverage out of this than other stuff. Now, if you are wanting to do the burst strategy, my suggestion is just maybe have multiple characters at level 1 and only have certain characters at 99, like maybe have your breakers and stuff, and just have Noah and some other main characters at level 1, or just down level your whole party to the level of the monsters, so you take longer to defeat them. And otherwise, just like before, leave the bell, and you go back. Now, as for the next area, this one is the part where I get a bit clueless, since, like, honestly, this is probably the best action part of this in the Cadentia region. Annoyingly enough, though, I have no idea where this guy spawn. I just know that if you're going to farm from me, it's probably best to actually go in the Cadentia region rather in the first two regions. Although those two areas are pretty fast to farm, this might be just slightly better. Okay, this doesn't work. There's nothing but Gulkin here. I think even if I got deep, it's not gonna really find anything. Yeah, we maybe have a couple of crush tips, but that's about it. Alright. Don't really know where the best farming spot is, so I think I just going to chillily walk around each of the areas a bit, exploring until I find a good spot. Trying to save time maybe by not going to all the dumb locations, but that's all like the massive areas with a massive beach. Maybe look at that, and that might be how I... Hey, Corn Island Cap might have something last I checked, but I don't know. All I know is I remember seeing Flamis here, and obviously at 44 they're significantly higher level. Oh! Okay. Oh wait, these... No. That was Pulse Spam. I thought those were Flamis for a second. Right. And that's the map. It's crazy how much map travel you do in this game, by the way, just to put it into perspective. Okay, I'm gonna go to this area next. This is probably the next best area we can look, given there's quite a good amount of ground to cover. We'll purposely start from a bit farther away over here, so we can maybe see more from these over here. Yeah. By the way, this is starting to be more like an exploratory thing more than a find the Flamis, kill them, because, yeah, as you can see, there's not really that many good spots to find them. It's just, I could have sworn I saw them in Cadentia. So, I'm blind. I'm just gonna look at the stuff and see if I can't on that. Oh, hang on. We haven't seen the spot over to the right yet. There's two different beaches here. One on this side and one on this other side. Oh! Okay, here they are. Okay, they're just really far off. This is a much higher level Flamii, so we should be able to at least, Okay, already we got one more. Okay, well we... Alright, wow, well, okay. We got 2 purple materials already, just going on this route. So, by the way, don't go any of those other routes. You could technically go for them, but they're only really useful for common and yellow materials. If you actually want purple materials, come here instead. I'm gonna continue looking around. There might be a better spot. Remember, part of this is still technically a blind playthrough. That's why I've been calling it a blind playthrough, because I've never actually done gem grind on these games, or done ever so. There was a gem grind bit in Xenoblade 1, but Xenoblade 2 didn't have any gems. Xenoblade 3 and other mixed characters didn't have any gems. Since they were around here, maybe we could... Oh wait, no, Ruckin Falls won't have some, but I was figuring there might be a couple over here. Yeah, that was weird. I'm gonna look at a different spot. I think there's one more spot that is at least decent. Not there, but maybe... Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't really checked around this pillar region. Maybe going here is actually better. Wait, I don't know. It's more spread out. Hey on, I am actually interested in looking this up a bit more. I do have a video guide that I as well, so I'm gonna look at where these things are, and I'm gonna be right back. Alright, so one thing I forgot to equip that people are gonna probably be annoyed about, which is part of the reason why I'm like actually doing stuff, is I'm actually just gonna scroll down here fast just to like show you. I'm actually gonna favorite this item, maybe take the other item off of favorites, but for sure favorite this item. Was the Gus bracelet. This is a more rare item that I probably did not notice before, because like it's probably not gotten until like the late game, but look at its effect. It says Master Arts will be recharged at the start of the ever battle. I completely forgot to equip this before, but then again, it'd be really hard to figure that out. So I'm gonna favorite that, and one thing I'm actually gonna do is I think from now on, if the characters still have like a, I'm gonna keep you the same way, but any character that is not a breaker or doesn't have an extra setup that is doing extra damage, or like maybe doing too much damage like he is, like Lance's, I'm gonna replace whatever that item is. I'm gonna start replacing it with that Gus bracelet. Think if we can get at least the ones we have on everyone, that'll ensure that we do a lot of damage, so yeah. Obviously you can see why this is immediately useful though, like having your Master Arts at the start of the battle will just ensure, oh, not the glistening metal, what am I doing? Gus bracelet, this one right here. Having now multiple people will ensure that you just start with those arts at the start of the battle. That will pretty much guarantee that we can have Gay-Stumble variation. And with that, Uni is probably going to be the better pick now, because we can just manually use our arts with her. And that will ensure that at least when we do the other characters, it'll be a lot easier. And this will also assist us with the other battles. Oh, what the heck? That was weird. Why wasn't a map coming up? I've literally popped up the map like 15 dozen times and it didn't work. Anyway, I couldn't really find a good spot, so I'm gonna show off the third version of grind. I'm probably gonna end up just doing the weaker grind, just so you know, but I'm glad I at least found one alternative, though it's maybe not really that much, but I just wanted to show you that these mobs are here and you can look at them if you want. But other than that, the main thing I was actually going off for was to actually like do a different setup, and that seems to work really well. I also just realized that I've never been to this area. Maybe this is where the Flamiis are. Nope, more Gulkin again. There's so much more Gulkin than there are Flamiis in this area. But anyways, see, I think the best way to do this particular grind... That was a leg. But yeah, basically you start with your fusion arts right off the bat, and it ensures that you can get a break combo going. Even if, like, you delay the attack, you can at least manually ensure that you get that stuff. Get that on at least one day's air tear, one break air tear, and that will ensure that you can always have a break combo going. Because of that, I'm going to be controlling Uni, since she has the best chance to hit with the break art, so we want to just use all of those as fast as possible. The problem is, Lance is on a very strong attacking class that crits a lot, so... come to that, might be better not to have Lance on him, at least for this part. Well, we have the setup up now, so we can do that. But instead, move him to the life stage instead. Other than that, though, yeah, okay, that should fix most of the problems with that. It'll just be for this grind, though. And if anything, Monster might still die fast. This is just to ensure we could get a maybe first combo off on him. Anyway, you just go around taking these free Flamiis out here. There's only 3 here, and they do take a little bit while to respawn. But as you saw with the before thing, and this is why I'm going to be doing it this way, they are much, much higher level, and I think this is actually straight up the highest level for me I can find at the moment. Maybe come to when I actually create a guide, I might create my own guide for the gem crafting and just like not just show this as a setup, but for a speed run as well. Like, if a speedrun wants to get 100% at some point, they're probably going to want to craft all the gems, so knowing the fastest way to get all the gem crafting will certainly help out a lot for the lane. Other than that, though, biggest reason for having this at least on the Ogre is just so you could do that. Instantly use your Topple and Base to guarantee a break combo all on one character, and then you just need Miyabi to cooperate and burst down. Just like that, you've gotten double drops. It can be a bit tricky to get that burst off though, because again, it's kind of delayed. Maybe having one on Tyon could help as well, but again, you might just combo it with something else. I think the reason why that didn't work before. Whew, that was close. Just barely missed. Actually, now I think of it, yeah, this spot is probably actually the best spot to grind this. Already we can see that a lot more materials are dropping more than the other ones, and like even if we end up killing them too fast, you can see the purple drop rate is really skyrocketed by going here, so it honestly doesn't take as long as I thought. There's actually enough of them that this is probably the best spot to go for, so if anybody's been struggling with Flamiis, hooray for me finding a good grind for you. Honestly, I don't care if this video ends up going on as well. I'm glad I took the time to find this, because this is gonna make the Flamii grind so much better. Also, I think, yeah, if I do fight lower enemies, I might just switch Lance over to the healer just to make sure we don't kill the enemies. We're still gonna want at least one Vulgar. This is, again, simply to ensure doing other stuff. I think if I just finish this all together... Oh. Frick. Seriously? The topple miss? Well, that's gonna be a guaranteed now. And yes, I'm purposely not using my fusion arts. That's, of course, on purpose, because I want to make sure that we have the highest... So yeah, this is probably the fastest strategy to do it. This honestly doesn't take that long once you get into it. If I had figured this out, boy, though, I probably would have just killed more Flamis in this particular area. Again, moving around on purpose to try and get a burst combo, but it's not always guaranteed on this. So this is another spot where you could potentially download your characters and get a bit more materials. Though previously it didn't matter because it wasn't as worth it. Anyway, I think I've stayed here for far too long. My apologies, but with this one, there were many different alterations with the strategy, so I just showed a bit of different strategies with the Flamis, just to make sure you guys knew that there were multiple spots. But anyway, the main thing we're actually going to be going next is going to be actually in the soap art alley. By the way, sometimes it'll be raining in the area that we're going to be going, and so if it is raining, then it can be kind of trolly to do. There are some level 90s, which we saw in the Zodiac Chronicles, but because of what we showed before, they are pretty difficult to break, and we can get, like, there's quite a few of them. So yeah, I think I'm going to be controlling Uni for the rest of the battle now, simply because we found that strat. This is going to be very quick and brief though, because like, there's not a lot you can do. This monsters can also be very tough to find. If it's rainy, it can be quite tough to... One annoying problem with the Taos is that you're going to see right away. I'm gonna try and switch to... Heck is tanking? Cena, I think? Ah. This is where I want to go. Ah, frick. Yeah, we're not really getting anywhere unless we can... We want to move a couple of the tanks back if possible. This is the one annoying thing about this battle. In fact, for this one reason, I'm going to probably just start this battle with Meal just to make it a bit easier to grind, because, like, funnily enough, they're still coming out even in the rain. I thought they would run away, but whatever. Anyways, this is the monster we're going to be facing. We haven't actually faced it yet, so we'll just kill this to end the episode off, and that'll be it. One thing I am going to do, though, because of its trolling mechanic, is to actually first try to actually use dual flash. Might have to do it a couple of times. Okay, now I'm on. I just want to move him a little bit. Oh, actually, wait, no, what am I doing? Forget this, we're just gonna follow the leader. So we're gonna make everybody follow the leader for a little bit, because, oh, actually, maybe they don't follow us because it's raining. I think this is why. You know what, just to make sure that I'm not dealing with this, because, like, the rain is causing shenanigans, I will admit, I did do that setup properly. It's just, I think the difference is I should just put on follow the leader right off the bat, rather than doing anything else. Maybe still use Uni, but, use, get everybody to follow the leader, so we, move in sooner. Anyways, it's very annoying to change weather in this game, funnily enough. The only best way to change the weather that I found that was at least decent is you basically just have to go around and move enter. And this is really important because remember, we do not want to mock this weak monster too far up the cliffway, or else we are not going to get its materials. Okay, there we go. Now we are slightly better. Even if we like end up pulling this from me because of it, honestly, I'd much rather make sure that we get this spawn and enter into a better spot. Like, you'll see that we can daze and burst it at first, but after one more burst, it's gonna fall off the side of the cliff, or start getting close to falling off the side of the cliff. So what we're gonna do is make everybody follow the leader, so we can try and move it over. It has some really nasty AoE abilities, by the way, but it takes a little while to learn it. Oh my gosh, it's range! This thing has like the range of that. Oh my goodness. Sorry if I said that well earlier, but like, seriously. Seems like this, I can attack from gosh knows where. Oh, good grief. Alright, I am gonna... This was mostly just to make sure that we didn't kick it off a cliff like we did with that other one. Now, as this is a unique monster at level 78, it's going to take a bit longer to grind down using the burst setup. Okay, I think that was honestly enough. What I actually should be doing... Hang on. Because of this awkward setup, I'm gonna still control Uni maybe to get a break in or two, but after a break comes in, I think I want to just... Oh, they're going for the other one. See, this is the other thing that might get in the way, because these other Taoses around the area, but other than that, you kind of already know where the grind Talos is. There's quite a few you can grind here, and you can actually get a lot of your materials just killing the elites, and that's probably honestly better than killing the unique. The main reason I triggered the battle with the unique is simply because it's easier that way. That was really far away. Wow, this is gonna be a longer battle than I thought. There's also way too many of them, so we might actually die, despite it being 24 levels lower. Even if we do survive, it's gonna be a very long battle nonetheless. I almost want to reset it just to get the timer effect out of the way. We're getting Talos wingtips, but not any eggs, annoyingly enough, which is gonna be kind of frustrating to deal with, but... Anyway, though, yes, we're back here in this big, giant area where we were literally just were no more than a few minutes ago. The big difference now, though, is that, the monsters are Okay, the monster just de-aggled altogether. Okay, so we have no choice but to fight it on the corner, so if we send it off the side, it can be annoying. Now you can see why I don't like this effect. Actually, let's just do the follow the leader thing, but move this guy instead. I think if we could at least get this guy to move. Oh my gosh. Dude, his range is massive. This is the one pain about moving this monster, and I guess is going to be the big reason why I don't like this monster. So, yeah. Not necessarily a hard monster to grind once you get the hang of the strategy, but getting in the right position can be gosh darn awful, because as you saw there, we bursted off a cliff. It'll just automatically not go down, and it'll just remove whatever topple or daze that was on it, which is kind of frustrating if you ask me. Other than that though, having the Gust Battle has severely improved our grinding limitations, although I will admit it's kind of frustrating not doing that. Sorry if this video ends up being a bit longer, but to be fair, I had to show the multiple Flamii parts, and I also had to show, well, this guy you saw it too, and yeah, so to make it up, I'm gonna obviously finish off once I'm done with this. The convenient thing is, I think because we're killing so many of them, we'll probably at least get this part done by the end. Alright, so because of this awkward shenanigans that's been happening, I think instead of dealing with this the stupid way, I'm gonna do this my way, and I'm actually gonna just manually control Tyon, but I'm guessing I can't wait any longer. Even if Tyon ends up drawing extra angle because of this, as long as he has Steady Striker, he'll be perfectly fine, so keeping the healing for now will be fun, but fine. But the thing I am gonna get rid of is this for my Gust Mill that I just got. I'm gonna do this on Tyon specifically, so I can time a Daze Burst combo at the very start of battle, and I'd go behind him manually using my ability. So I'm just gonna start the battle and hope that they get a Daze combo going. Well, actually, it's gonna fail the first time for sure. So I'm the only one that's dazing. The big thing is, though, I'm positioning Tyon behind the right, because I want to burst him with my burst so that he flies towards where we want him to go, not towards the cliff. Once he starts going towards the cliff, it becomes much more difficult to move him. I might just have to move him. Just a slight bit, though. The annoying part about this monster is the fact that it has tons of AoE moves. Oh, it's getting stuck on the side. You see that? It's trying to move, but it keeps on getting stuck on the side instead of moving to where we want it. And it has multiple other AoEs that it does regularly. This is freaking annoying. Now you can see why this Meek monster can be quite frustrating. Just getting him to not be on the edge of the cliff is stupid, and the fact that it has such a big AoE range is the worst part of the fact. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing properly now. but my goodness. You can see why I don't like this unique monster. Like, it's literally right on the edge of a cliff. It's so awkward to get it into position. My idea is I need to get it at least burst once and then just try to continue bursting it to the side, hoping to keep it away from the cliff side. And then we're going to loop it for its materials. But other than that, kind of a frustrating monster to grind, since if you do any other Days Burst combo, it'll just keep on regularly dropping off the side of the cliff. So the idea is we want to move it so that we can make it go where we want it to. Also, it's a level 78 unique monster, so of course it's going to regularly miss. Oh wait, no. I guess that must have just been a really big melee range, because like, straight up, that is really low crap having to do that. The big problem with this monster is the fact that, as you saw there, like, even if we try to make it run slightly, it has a massive range. That's probably the biggest problem, is you can't... Oh. The reason why I thought it was weird is because... okay, we got it far enough. Even if we just move it a little bit, we just want to move it enough to where we can get the chain off, and... You know what? I'm freaking done with this monster. We're chain attacking. We probably should have done this to begin with. Don't have a second attacker, but whatever. We're gonna just kill it. Just kill it. I just want to kill it right now. Honestly, this video is taking so long. It's actually unreal. I have no idea what to do, so... I guess I'm just going to kill this unique monster and get my stuff done. Because, like, I don't know what else to do. This guy is a big pain in the butt. He's probably the worst unique monster I've played so far in a while. I'm not joking when I'm saying this monster is just frustrating. This is why, typically, it's better to just fight the other monsters around the sign. So, if you do this grind, never fight those unique monsters in the grind side. Just fight the monster, the Wake or Elites that are easier to fight. That way, you'll get a lot more materials that way. Conveniently, we've gotten a lot of materials done from doing that. The problem is, because of that awkward setup, it'll be a bit more awkward. Okay, we just got him on the ground, so we can get a first round of money into this. We'll be fine. I don't even see where his hitbox is, though. He's massive. Didn't really get lucky at the art, so I guess we're just going into Big Bang Implosion super early on, even though we probably don't want to. Oh yeah, I didn't even know Stolen was dead that whole time. I was so focused on doing the effect stuff, I didn't even notice that no one died at all. Ah, there it is. Okay, this guy's really far away now. Now, come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have shown all those Cowell stuff down below, because this is taking way too long, and honestly, I don't even know what to do now. Frick it, I'm just gonna give up. There's not enough damage, man. We got materials, thankfully, but we're not killing the unique monster, which is the big problem here. Alright, since I'm done with that effect, and I probably should have just done this sooner, I'm just gonna go straight back to Zenlancer so we can get this over with, because this is freaking bullcrap what's been happening right now. Alright, so, yeah, in case you're wondering, we've actually ran the video way too longer than usual, and we're out of time. And on top of it, the monster is just a big pain in the butt. Like, any monster that doesn't move where you want to go when you burst it is just like the worst monster in the game. And Miyabi not being able to move just makes it even worser. So, I don't know what to say anymore. So I'm gonna do a bit of this grind off screen, and when we come back, we're gonna be facing Unique Monster. Sorry, I have to let you at this size, but trust me, there's lots of patience. This is why blind playthroughs are a thing. See, if I knew what I was doing, the monster would already be dead by now, but no, I'm an idiot. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Be like, enjoy, comment, subscribe, and sorry you guys, but we're gonna be taking on that unique monster in the next episode, so bye.